and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new and you like makeup, beauty, hair or hauls, then please consider subscribing. So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Grease collection from Makeup Revolution. This collection came out last week. I did order it on next day delivery straight away. Not Makeup Revolution's fault whatsoever. Royal Mail actually lost my delivery in the post. So I have just managed to get it this morning, which, you know, is brilliant. But I picked up a few, well, 4 items actually from the collection. So I got the big eyeshadow palette. I got the Frenchy lipstick. I got the Hopelessly Devoted palette, face palette. I think it's a highlighter palette, but to be honest, some of these shades look like they could be really nice shimmery blushes as well. And I also got the cream blush, which is in the shade Rizzo. There were 2 shades to choose from, Sandy and Rizzo. One was looked a bit more reddy, and one looked a bit more pinky. So I'm going to start off by going in with the eyeshadow palette today. I got the bigger one. I think there were 2 other ones. There was a Pink Ladies one and a T-Birds one possibly. The Pink Ladies one obviously being more pink themed and the T-Birds one being a bit darker. Did like the look of that one, to be honest, but I just went for the big palette. This one I think cost me just under £20, and the smaller ones I believe were around possibly £7.99. So this is what the outer packaging of the palette looks like. I really like this. I think it's really nice. And then the actual palette looks like this. So we've got like the car, which is so cool. But it opens up from the top, and then this is the colour story. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. We've got some really, really nice shades in here actually, and really versatile as well. Okay, so I'm going to start off by going into my crease using the shade So Adolescent. So it's this one just here. It's kind of like a cerise shade, I would say. Oh, it's very pigmented. It's picked up really nicely on my brush. Yeah, that's nice. So I'm just going to continue to blend that through my crease. That is stunning, really nice. Look at the pigment on that. And it's blended really nicely as well. You know, it hasn't gone patchy or anything at all. Well, at least not in person anyway. So I'm going to blend the edge of that out, and I'm going to dip between Sassy and Feel Good, which is these 2 just here. So it's the bright pink and the white. So I'm just going to kind of go like that. So it's kind of created a bit of a mid pink, I would say, on the brush. So like that. So yeah, that's worked really well. That's blended nicely. And then on this outer part here, I think I'm going to take the shade Honey, which is this really nice, like deep plum purple here. It's a bit closer in colour to that kind of cerise shade that I used than I thought it would be, to be honest. Still beautiful, still a lovely colour, and it's going on nicely, but yeah, I thought it was going to be a bit more different in colour to the pink. So it's like that. So it's still a beautiful colour, don't get me wrong, I love it. I just expected a bit more contrast between those 2 shades, but sometimes that happens. Excuse the noise in the background, noisy neighbours. Right, so what I'm going to do is take the black shade, which was Dancing Shoes, so this one here, and use that right on the outer part here, just to give it a little bit of definition, really, just so I have got something a little bit different on that outer corner there. Okay, so I've got my black and I'm just concentrating it. God, that's pigmented. Right on the outer part of my lid, so it's right on the corner almost. I'm just going to pat it on to start off with. Like that. Might just take a tiny bit more. And I'll just take the brush that I used for the purple shade. I'm just going to blend baby strokes. I'm just going to take the larger brush that I've been using for the edge. Just pull it out a bit. So like that, which yeah, I quite like actually. I do like popping a little bit of black on the outer corner anyway. I just think it completely changes up a look. Right then, so for the inner part just here, I'm going on with a shimmer. And for that, I think I'm going to go in with Shape Up. So it's this pink one just here. It's quite a pale shade, but I think it will look quite nice with the contrast with the like the black and the darker matte shades. So I'm just going to go on here, just using the brush first to kind of create an outline as such. And then I'll take my finger and we'll fill it in. Just realised I've gone all the way over to the black, haven't I? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so what I'll do is take the shimmer a bit further up. We'll overlap darker purple, which is quite nice actually. Sometimes mistakes happen for a reason. Right, I forgot to press record, but I'm in the middle of doing it. So what I'm doing is taking the darker shade, which was Honey, and just patting that over this bit here to kind of create a bit of a gradient. I'm actually really happy with that. Okay, so I've just cleaned up the tiniest amount of fallout that I have there, and I'm going to go underneath with, I think what I'm going to do is use the tiniest amount of black just on the outer, and then I'm actually going to use the white, so that's Feel Good, and just blend it through almost to make like a bit of a grey. So a teeny bit of black, and we'll use it just to connect it to where it is on the lid. So just like that. Clean off my brush. I'll take the white, so that's Feel Good. A little bit more of that. Oops. And then just concentrating on the join and bringing that through. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop some mascara on and then we'll try out the highlighter, well, everything else basically. Right, okay, so eyes now done, so we'll move on to the blush next. This is the Rizzo blush, so it's a cream blush, kind of a bit balmy, I would say. And then this is the actual shade itself. It is quite a kind of a light pink actually, a little bit different to what I was expecting, but it does feel really nice to swatch, and yeah, it's quite nice. So I'm going to apply this exactly like I always would my kind of cream liquid blushes, which is with a flat kind of foundation brush. So I'm just going to go in. Don't know how pigmented it's going to be, so I take that much just to start off with. We'll go on this cheek, come up a bit closer. Oh, that was effortless. Oh, that's so nice. Do you know what? They're absolutely smashing it at the moment with these cream blushes, because the Monsters University one is just like this. Really, really nice. That is such a nice shade as well. It is quite similar to the Monsters University one. Let me just grab it. So I've got it here. So shade-wise, they're like this side by side. So, I mean, yeah, they are quite similar. But I feel like this one, being the Monsters University one, is a tiny bit more deeper in pink than the Rizzo one. Yeah, look. So swatch them side by side. This is the Monsters University and this is the Rizzo one. So yeah, I'd say it's a bit more pigmented actually. But saying that, they're both really nice. As you can see, you know, it's got enough pigment on it. It's a lovely blush, really nice. And it applied effortlessly, as you saw. Right then, so next, the Hopelessly Devoted Highlighter Palette, which is this one here. This looks stunning. It's got an obvious overspray on it, which I do find some of the Revolution highlighters often have. Yeah, it's kind of like a gold overspray. So once you get past that, it'll probably look quite glittery to start off with, but once you get past that and you're kind of down to the actual product itself, it won't be glittery, it'll be more shimmery. I absolutely love the design of this one. It is so pretty with the bows, and then the actual pans themselves have like a lace design on them. It is stunning, really nice. So they swatch up like this. So we've got quite different shades here. I'd say this is quite inclusive actually for all skin tones. So I really quite like pink highlighters at the moment. I used to go for kind of more champagne shades all the time, but I do really quite like at least an undertone of pink. I think I might, let's see, this one's more peachy and this one's more, I think I'm going to go for this one. So we'll take a little bit on my brush. They look really pigmented. Let's tap a little bit off. Yeah, it's nice and subtle, that one. Yeah, it's quite subtle. Can you see it? You can probably see it. It is nice. I'm just thinking I might take a bit of this kind of peachier one. It's a bit darker, but over the top of that nice pink blush, it's actually quite nice. And then what I always do is just take my blusher brush and just kind of go back over it just to blend it in. Yeah, see, that's really nice. I do actually really like that. No cast. Yeah, pretty. I do think though that the darker pink ones in here will be really nice as a blush in itself, or which I might try in another look, or as a topper over the top of, like, you know, a shade like this, like a really nice pink. I'm not going to do that today because I like how it looks, to be honest with you. But I will try that in the future, so just keep an eye out, and I promise I'll stick it into a makeup look at some point. Right then, so lips last, so we're going in with this one here. So I chose the Frenchy lipstick. There were two different ones. There was Frenchy and there was possibly Sandy again. Oh no, there were three actually. There was a red as well. I think there was a nudie one, this kind of bright pink, and then a red. So this is the Frenchy lipstick, really cute packaging again. And then it's a bullet lipstick, which I like. The actual lipstick looks like this, really nice. I love this little kiss on it. And yeah, it's a beautiful mauve shade actually, nice and creamy. Right, okay, so I'm just going to go straight on with no liner. Very brave for a bright colour. What is it? It's not that bright, is it? It's kind of like a mauve. Oh, it is quite bright. So that's how it looks. It is bright. I quite like it though, I'm not going to lie. I actually think it's a really nice summery lipstick. Yeah, I wouldn't normally go for shades like that. I'm more of a nude in the summer and a nude or a kind of berry shade in the winter. But I actually really like that. Okay, so here is the finished look, and yeah, I actually really like this. It's not at all what I was expecting to go for eye-wise when I first started. I thought it was going to go a little bit more kind of more pinky. I know obviously I have got a lot of pink on, but I was thinking like pretty much all pinks. But yeah, I actually really love the black or the pop of black on the outer corner there. I just think it just adds a little something to the look. The lipstick, as I say, it's not normally one that I would normally go for, but I do actually really like it for a summer shade as well. The blush is stunning, really, really nice. The highlighter is really nice, but I feel I would probably use the two deeper pink shades more as a blush or a blush topper than the two highlightery shades in there. But the darker pink ones, I feel would be a really nice highlighter on deeper skin tones as well. But yeah, overall, really happy with it. The palette performed beautifully, no problems at all with that. And yeah, the blush, lipstick and the highlighter, really nice. So as always, all products shown in today's video, I will link in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video, and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!